Hey y'all, I'm Heavenly and this is Meet the Artist and I have Crunchy here. So I think we should just go ahead and get started with what made you start designing altogether?
Really just the freedom to just want to express myself because a lot of people like me, they're not able to express themselves verbally effective, they're not able to express themselves verbally the best way they can. So I guess with me, I kind of just found my way of just expressing my personality through my art or through clothing.
What do you mean by people like you?
Just artists, any independent artist out there just hustling or just doing whatever they can to basically keep producing what they make. It could be any artist.
So when did you start?
2016. I was in high school around that time, my senior year of high school. Or it was around I think September. Yeah, around fall.
Was there a set moment or experience that was okay, this is something that I want to do?
Actually, yeah, the first day I did it, I just time just kind of went by fast when I did it, and I don't know, it's just something I kind of just grew closer to as time just went by. It's just something I would just found myself doing or trying to get better at, whether it's looking at other artists like you or it's just I guess I kind of just naturally gravitated. It's weird. It's just you get closer to something as you keep doing something.
Right. So I know that for beginning, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in the beginning I noticed that a lot of your work was more so portraits and faces, and now I'm seeing a lot more bombs. So how did you progress into that? What made you want to step into what inspired the bombs?
Okay, so it's actually kind of a weird story. I don't remember when, but y'all ever seen those firework packages that have those, what does it say? The smoke balls. Yeah, so the graphics on there, I guess I kind of just and this is kind of when I was still doing faces, but I just randomly just saw a package, my mom was just you can have them if you want. I took them. And so I did them on some pants one day. I forgot when, but I did them on some pants. I was okay. Kept doing them, and then just I guess I just found myself emotionally connected with the logo, spiritually connected, because I couldn't just stop painting it for some reason. It's you ever seen Superbad?
Yeah.
So you know how the dude, he says he couldn't stop drawing dicks.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of me. I can't really it's just, I don't know. It's all I really think about doing is how can I be bigger with this? I know it's not really my logo. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of art. It's really not been being original. It's really just taking a perspective and taking bits and pieces of everything,
right,
and putting it into your perspective. Yeah, it's just.
I feel in a way though you have made it your own though. So I mean, from the outside looking in, when I see the bombs with the faces, I'm oh, that's Crunchy. I went to an event the other day. I saw bombs on the wall, and I was oh, he was here. So.
Are you talking about? I forgot the studio.
La Effecto.
La Effecto.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, shout outs. Okay, well then, how did you get your name? What made you take on the name Crunchy?
So I used to go to this skate park called the Pier.
Where's that at?
It was in Kennedale, Texas.
Okay.
And So it was just a skate park I used to like go to when I was like younger,
Mm-hmm.
like 13, 12, and like I used to bump into like a lot of like teenagers or like 17-year-olds like going on 20 type shit, just skaters. And one thing that's like heavily influenced in skater culture is underground hip hop
Mm-hmm.
or rap music, just underground music, or the horrorcore scene,
Mm-hmm.
so, or 3 6 Mafia. So like one of the guys, like he's a big 3 6 Mafia fan, and he just called me Crunchy, and I was like,
Just randomly one day?
yeah,
Okay.
like I don't know,
He never said like why, he just looked at you and was like, Crunchy.
something like that. I don't know how, like it's just like, I guess it's kind of like with me with like the bombs. I guess it's like, I guess I resonate with that because the rapper Crunchy Black, who he
Yeah.
was, I guess like I resonated with his spirit. So maybe he saw that and saw me or something, or like maybe
Yeah.
it's just you can't really tell. It's just how I was just like, I get it. So
No, that's cool though. That's
Yeah.
cool. So I want to start asking you about like your fashion shows and stuff, your next drop. So with your last fashion show, like what do you think that you learned the most out of that experience?
not to have high expectations for one,
Mm-hmm.
because it was my first solo fashion show. So, and it was like I was working with like different people,
Right.
and I don't know. It's just, damn, my bad.
You're good.
It happened like it's crazy to think, because like a lot happened with them like preparing the whole show and everything. But wait, what was the question again? My bad.
What do you think you learned out of your
Oh,
fashion show?
what I learned, yeah, just like not to have high expectations, not to you kind of just have to just put yourself out there and like try to have as many people as you can be a part of what you're trying to create, because you can't do it by yourself.
Okay.
So
Last question. So what can we expect from your next drop?
probably more of the same. Honestly, it's like I'm trying to kind of go beyond like clothes. With the bombs, I'm trying to like be more of a mural artist,
Mm-hmm.
or like painting like hospitals, or like just anything I can put it on, like anybody who likes my art, like I'm willing to put this on anything. However, I do have Crunchy Rad shirts dropping around May. Like there's a pop-up in New York possibly that I'm gonna be at,
Okay.
and I'm gonna drop like a special edition shirts for that city, because that's what I like to do. I like to do like special city editions tees, just to kind of like pay homage to the city.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm excited to cop a shirt because I will be doing that. I think one more thing that I'd like to ask you then is just that how do you think you can measure your growth from when you first started to now?
Say that again.
How do you think you can measure your growth from when you first started to now?
How can I measure my growth?
Or how much do you think you've grown?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
I've definitely grown a lot. Like a lot of people may not notice, but like kind of like you kind of noticed it, but it's like as my graphics changed, that's basically me going through phases of my life. It's like I was painting faces, and then I kind of went through something like that maybe, or like just little experiences that kind of just changed my perspective. And now I'm doing this and like finding this or I'm using the bombs to kind of like relate to real life, like just what I'm going through, like,
Right.
as far as like with color or emotion or just anything. But yeah, it's just, I think I've grown a lot though.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in and letting me interview you. And I'm so excited to see you at next week's Pixie Battle.